Well, Congress is poised to pass the FAA Reauthorization Bill and send it to the President by the May 17th deadline. This is a very excellent piece of legislation. It enhances passenger safety and offers some major upgrades to improve aviation in the United States. In a nutshell, this $105 billion authorization includes priorities aimed at improving aviation safety, protecting consumers, passengers, and airline workers, and overhauling the aircraft certification process. The Senate passed it last week 88-4, an overwhelming vote. The House is scheduled to take it up this afternoon, and it should also pass it with an overwhelming vote. The FAA reauthorization is a victory for passengers, customers, and the traveling public. It's also a win for Rhode Island airports. The long-term reauthorization includes a $600 million annual boost for the Airport Improvement Program, the AIP, lifting the authorization for the AIP investments from $3.4 billion to $4 billion annually. And this airport, Rhode Island T.F. International Airport, receives funding on a periodic basis from this fund. It's critical for this airport and other local small airports. It'll help improve schedule operations, keep planes on track. It'll allow for infrastructure upgrades, and it will help this airport remain the best airport in the United States. The bill also authorizes critical funds to make available more staff for air traffic control and also technological improvements on the ground so planes are safer as they taxi. It'll codify the rules for airlines refunding payment to passengers whose flight is delayed and who do not take the flight. And it'll enact other key measures to provide safety. It also includes measures to protect airline employees from assault, including both passengers, service agents, and flight attendants. So it's not just in the ground, in the air, it's also on the ground. It also creates a new pathway for veterans to become aircraft technicians, and that's something that will help our industry. And it requires the FAA to establish a new system for continuous aircraft tracking, including the altitude, location, and identity of high altitude balloons, which is becoming a threat these days. So there's a lot of positive legislation here. It took a while to get here, but we're here. We have great legislation, and I'm flying down to Washington with the anticipation the president will sign it quickly. What we put in is a provision that if your flight is delayed 3 hours or more and you do not take the flight, then you will receive a refund. The airlines must refund the money. And if your flight is in other way interfered with and you're given sort of coupons for other flights, those coupons have to extend many years, not 6 months or so, because for the most of the flying public, they don't fly every day like some of us. They fly every other year. And so we wanted to make sure that they really got a true refund. So for passengers, this is a great benefit. And also for one of the problems we've had lately is disturbances on aircraft. The crew members have been threatened, and now it's on the ground with flight agents. So we've put in strict penalties for that. So this is one of those pieces of legislation that really covers the whole spectrum of aviation operations, from safe operation of the aircraft, the rights of customers for refunds, the protection of flight attendants and ground personnel, and new technology for the ground safety of the aircraft, and new certification standards so that we know the aircraft are ready to fly at all times. And again, we want to make sure that before the plane takes off, you can safely fly and safely land. I had a couple of flights where I didn't land, but that's because I jumped out with a parachute, but that's a different story.
That's a little different. Hopefully it doesn't come to that.